So this mission story actually starts from the day I opened up my mission call. So my best friend, Shelby Chase, we've been best friends since, well, we grew up together. So we were in nursery together. We became best friends when I was, I think, my 8th grade year. We became best friends, and we spent every waking moment together and whatever. And when I opened up my mission call, she was there, and I was crying. She was trying to comfort me. It's okay. You're going to love St. George. I'm like, okay. And then I get to St. George, and she writes me throughout my whole mission. And she has always had a desire as well to serve a mission. And it was my, when was it? It was my 3rd area. I was in Ivins. I knew it was coming time for Shelby to receive her mission call. And came time, and I knew it was coming. Because she kept writing me, I'm going to get my mission call. And I'm in the visitor center, and it's really hard to get rid of certain people, but some kids that I grew up with showed up at the visitor center. That's going to happen a lot. You'll bump into people you'll know all the time at the visitor center. Joey and Matt Rich, they come into the visitor center. I'm like, oh, hi, this is weird. They're like, Shelby got her mission call. And I start crying because, like, I love her so much. And they're like, are you ready? Do you want us to tell you? And I'm like, okay, you can tell me. And Joey says, you're not going to believe this, but Shelby's been called to the St. George mission. Spanish speaking, just like me. I start crying. I'm like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And I was at my year mark by then, I think. No, almost my year mark. And I was just like so stunned. I was like, my best friend is coming to the St. George mission. And so, I was like, well, what does this mean? Like, could we be companions? And I just kept working and whatever, and I would write her, I'm like, I can't believe you're gonna go to St. George and Spanish speaking just like me. And she was like, Hermana Madrid, I can't believe this. And I'm like, I know, I can't believe this. And it's funny because before, growing up, we would always say, wouldn't it be so awesome if we were companions? I'm like, yeah, that'd be so cool. So we'd always like joke around about things like that. And then it came time for her to, get to the field. And I had an interview with my mission president, and I had about 3 transfers left. And I've never requested anything as a missionary. I always did what, the president wanted me to do. Even if it was hard, I'll do it. Whatever you say, President. And once you get to a certain age in the mission, he'll ask, is there anything that you would like or whatever? And I told him right away, and I was like, President, I want to do what you want me to do. But I want you to know that my best friend, Sister Shelby Chase, is coming. She's going to serve here. And he was like, no. And he looks through the pictures of the missionaries that are coming in, and is that her? Yeah, I grew up with her. She's my best friend. And he was like, no, really? I'm like, yeah. And at the time, there was only 2 Spanish sisters that were capable to train. I was one of them. Sister Hyde was the other. And there was only 2 Spanish sisters that were coming into the St. George mission, one of them being my best friend. And I said, but President, I really want to do what you want me to do, but I'm just saying. And he was like, okay, I'll think about it. And it came time for the transfers, the transfer meeting, and the president wanted me to train. And I didn't know who my companion was. He didn't tell me. And I remember walking in, and I see Shelby, and I'm like gonna start crying. I see Shelby, and we just walk past each other. I'm like, I can't look at her because I will start crying. I can't look at her. And we sit down. The trainers are over here. The new missionaries are over here. And President Leonard stands up, and he starts assigning trainers with the new missionaries, and then it came down to two Spanish sisters. There's a lot of English sisters, so and there was only two Spanish sisters left. And President Leonard, he gets up, and he was like, so Sister Chase, I hear that you know someone here. And I didn't even wait for President Leonard. I just knew we were going to be companions. So I jump up and I run over to Shelby, and we just like hug each other. And he was like, meet your new companion. I'm like, and we become companions. I train her. I was her first companion, and she was my last companion. And it was really awesome to see how it was. Even though I shared that with President Leonard, I have a testimony of the inspiration of companionships and how inspired they are. I know that I was supposed to be with Shelby and all the rest of my companions. There was things that I needed to learn from all of them. And I know I was supposed to be them for the length of time that I need to be with them. And it's interesting how God's hand is in this work. And training Shelby was the cherry on the top of my mission. And it was just awesome to see Sister Chase, Hermana Chase, Shelby Chase, whatever her name is, to see her grow into transfers and being able to be a part of that, and to see baptisms together as best friends. We saw a lot of miracles together, and we saw a lot of baptisms, and we worked really hard. I was kind of a little bit worried, is this going to work? But because of the love that we had for each other, the work just soared. And I have a testimony that when there's unity in a companionship, and when there's love in a companionship, and when you have the same goal, the work is so much easier. And the work was so easy with Sister Chase. We saw so many miracles, and it was because of the love, the unity, and the goal that we had. And our goal was to fulfill our purpose as missionaries, the missionary purpose, to invite and help others to come into Christ. And because of that, we saw miracle after miracle. And it was awesome to go home and to see her still doing the work and training other sisters. It was just a really neat experience. Training and seeing the work still going forward.